What's happening? Landlord from Alabama here, back with another video. And today, man, we finna talk about Jayron Kearse. He went from barely having a spot to being a green dot. Now you know that boy done got it on lock. Let's go. Okay, I know it's after 4th of July, man. I know you probably got barbecue sauce on your beard or, you know, in your face, all in your teeth. But let me bring you back up to speed about Mr. Jayron Kearse. He's 28 years old, standing at 6'4", weighing at 222 pounds. He committed to Clemson, playing from 2013 to 2015, where he had 164 tackles, 11.5 for loss, 7 touchdowns, 11 pass breakups, and 2 forced fumbles in 26 starts. Even though he had a pretty impressive season coming out of college, his draft stock still kind of plummeted because he only ran a 4.6 and a 40, and he was being criticized for taking some bad angles when it comes to tackling, so that dropped his stock. That ended up making him being selected by the Vikings in the 7th round. After being drafted, Jayron said he threw the caps on the ground. He said the Vikings was the lucky ones. He was gonna make sure all 31 teams pay the piper. They was gonna pay for passing up on Mr. Jayron Kearse. That says a lot about him. He was insulted for being passed on by 31 other teams time after time, and he felt like he deserved better treatment. He felt like he was a better player, and he was ready to make them regret passing on him. That shows he has a chip on his shoulder. That kind of shows a lot of character, and he was destined for being this player that we got in Dallas. He finished his Vikings career appearing in 62 games, had a total of like 79 tackles, and the majority of his work came on the special team. He then signed a 1-year deal with the Detroit Lions, but ended up being suspended for 3 games for violations of the NFL substance abuse policy. He ended up having a pretty decent showing with the Lions and ended up being a starter throughout the season, but ultimately it didn't work out too well. He ended up leaving the team after that and then signing with the Baltimore Ravens practice squad. And then you know what happened after that. He signed with the beloved, the mighty Dallas Cowboys. We gave him a shot. Dan Quinn stood on the table for him. Now let's be honest, when we seen Jayron Kearse got signed to the Dallas Cowboys, when we looked at our phones and got that notification, everybody was like, who in the world is this? We probably just looked at it and then just went back on with our life. Went throughout the day like nothing ever happened. We did not see him being a good player, or we didn't even see him really making the team. We thought he was a count body, maybe a practice squad player, but surely not the starter that he ended up becoming. Jayron really surprised everybody. He came from the mud, he came out the dirt, he emerged as that rose in the concrete. He came out of it and acted a fool. He really surprised everybody and showed all the non-believers and the naysayers that he was a good player. He emerged as one of the better safeties in the league. It's amazing how quickly he came in day one and took over this defense as a green dot, and he showed everybody that he knew the defense right out the gate. He picked it up really quick under Dan Quinn in year 1. He had a big chip on his shoulder, man. That's right up Dan Quinn's alley. Dan Quinn utilized that fire that he had and got the best out of him. He knew exactly what he probably needed. He put him in his best situations to be successful, and we got a great result out of him. We really paid pennies for this man and got basically a Pro Bowl safety out of it. Out of 15 games, he had 101 tackles, 10 pass defense, 2 sacks, and 2 interceptions. And I know everybody remember that one he had against the Saints. He did a toe tap, a toe drag swag, some Michael Gallup type vibes when he got that interception. It was a big momentum changing play. So basically he had just as good of a year as all the other big time safeties in the league. You know, the Buda Bakers, the Jamal Adams. He became one of the more versatile players. You know, Dan Quinn liked to utilize him in that big nickel package when you have more safeties than you usually have in the lineup. And Jayron Kearse was basically a linebacker, a safety, a slot corner, a pass rusher. Jayron Kearse did it all, and he really shined in that type of role. He became a vocal leader. You know, he said run, hit, and talk. That's what his motto was, and that's exactly what we like to see. On the sounds from the sidelines, he got everybody hype, he got everybody crunk when he came saying that type of stuff. But from him accomplishing all of this in just a short year, going from barely making a roster spot into Mr. Green Dot, like I said before, that's really just mind-blowing. That just shows you the work ethic, that shows you the type of character that he had. So after being that productive, I can understand how Jayron was kind of frustrated with his contract talk, so he was looking for a bigger payout. But I'm sure the way Jayron mindset made up, he's willing to bet on himself and show everybody that they was wrong. He took the little deal that we got. It was team friendly, but it was a prove it deal. I'm sure Jayron is out to get everybody. He's out to show everybody that they was wrong. So look out for year 2 under Dan Quinn, from a big time vocal leader, from an emotional leader, from one of the big time dogs we got in this locker room, from one of the voices, one of the people everybody rallies behind. Jayron became one of the bigger, better people in our locker room that we needed on this team. His year 2 on the DQ, I feel like it's gonna be great. I feel like he's gonna build on his year from last year and do even better. I feel like he can get a couple more interceptions, a couple more sacks. Ain't no telling how good or how much more improvement Jayron would do with the work ethic he got and the type of character he has. But that's all I got for you today, man. Just holla at your boy, Landlord from Alabama, with the same handle on all social media. And like I say, 1K, one love, Cowboys Nation. Let's go.